Good evening, viewers. You are watching DD News Meghalaya. And now we bring to you today's news bulletin. Before going to the details, let's take a quick look at the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma highlights government support for UPSC aspirants at Ascend 2026. Max launches intensified HIV/AIDS awareness campaign in Shillong. Assam Cabinet approves scheme measures for infrastructure and rural development. And Amit Shah says government has nothing to hide, was ready for detailed parliament discussion on NEET students' protests. The news in detail, first the local news. CM Conrad K. Sangma attended Inspire 2026, a seminar at the Meghalaya Administrative Training Institute Maudiangdiang aimed at supporting UPSC aspirants. Sangma said Meghalaya had no shortage of talent but needed training and financial assistance, highlighting the CM Aspire program for this purpose, urging youth to remain focused and dedicated. 7 candidates who cleared the UPSC preliminary exam was presented CM Aspire checks of Rs 50,000 each. Sangma also inaugurated the Digital Learning Lab at Matti.
I can use this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Once you set your goal, there's a famous book, More. We should be able to use the best that we have. And for MCA who took an exam, write more, you have to stop there because ultimately it's about the art of
means. I must also add that
we want our youth from Meghalaya to contribute to nation building. Can you imagine in the days to come, some thank you or Lindo or Sangha will be the Home Secretary of Government of India. Can you imagine the pride that we will feel and remember this day? It's not about just, having our own DC or thing. Yes, they will have that. They will go through that process. But I see that as the next stations for us. That is the kind of aspiration, goals that we should work with. We should push us to make this happen. I get goosebumps thinking about this, that one day the Cabinet Secretary or the Home Secretary of Government of India will be from Meghalaya. I get goosebumps. But that is what motivates me and pushes me to say, no, we will do this. We'll do even more if necessary. Because we want it. Maybe it may not happen in the next 5-10 years. It may take, but we will lay the foundations for that today. We will motivate, we will create the ecosystem and push the system to that level where people who think we can't do it, we will prove them wrong.
The Meghalaya AIDS Control Society launched the Intensified IEC Campaign 2026 on HIV/AIDS and sexually transmitted infections at Lady Keane College Hall, Shillong, coinciding with International Youth Day. Health Minister Wailan Miki Shila attended the program as the chief guest. The campaign aims to strengthen awareness and understanding of HIV/AIDS and STIs, particularly among young people. Addressing the gathering, Shila urged people not to judge those living with HIV and encouraged individuals to come forward for HIV testing and seek timely treatment and support.
Empowerment and HIV awareness. Young people are more towards preventing HIV and eliminating stigma and
My message to the people of Meghalaya is also very simple.
Let us not judge people living with HIV. Let us support them. Let us encourage testing. Let us encourage treatment. And let us create community where a person can say, I need help, without being afraid of discrimination. Counselor, outreach worker, civil society organization, and all partners will take this campaign across the state. I expect all of us together, not only during this 2 months, but beyond them. Because ending HIV cannot be a responsibility of Max alone. It is a responsibility shared by Health Department, other government department, educational institute, local communities, civil societies, healthcare workers, parents, teachers, and our young people. As the government of Meghalaya, our commitment is to ensure that HIV response remain accessible, inclusive, evidence-based, and centered on people.
The Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee or MPCC staged a protest in Nongpor against the proposed FCRA amendments, expressing concern over their possible impact on institutions and civil society organizations. MPCC General Secretary Manuel Badwar alleged that the changes could give the government greater control over institutional properties and affect Christian institutions including schools, hospitals, churches and NGOs. The party called for greater public awareness and discussion on the proposed amendments.
Ngai kublai ke depan kibasong syakendong papinias ngaplem ya ke kebaga parti kongres kadon berpensyai hapi ni persya BJP BJP long live Congress, long live Congress, long live Congress.
International Youth Day 2026 was observed in Southwest and West Garo Hills under the theme Youth Advancing Multilateral Cooperation Through Technology and Partnerships. Programs in Ampati and Tura highlighted youth participation in technology, innovation and community development. In Tura, over 250 students from 12 schools attended the event, where Nandini Ishvi O Sangma was felicitated for representing Meghalaya at the 13th Commonwealth Youth Parliament in Sydney. ADC Pela Tatiana D. Sangma urged youth to stay away from drugs, remain disciplined and contribute positively to society.
The Drug-Free India campaign
of the society today. Responsibility and active participation.
International Youth Day is observed annually on 12 August, like today, to recognize the important role of young people in shaping societies, contribution to sustainable development. Observance serves as a global platform to promote youth participation, leadership, and empowerment, while highlighting the contributions of young people towards building inclusive and sustainable communities.
International Youth Day 2026 was also observed in Mausawa and Nongpor with programs highlighting the role of youth in education, community development, technology and partnerships. The North-East Network or NEN organized the Through Our Eyes photo exhibition in Mausawa, where DC Anita Kharpor urged young people to pursue education, become self-reliant and make informed decisions. In Nongpo, the District Sports Office and Deputy Commissioner's Office, Ribhoi, observed the day under the theme Youth Advancing Multilateral Cooperation Through Technology and Partnerships, encouraging youth participation in community development and social initiatives.
Ngalensian ba kipun sama juga di badan kaneka kamar si klien ya iba cimpuli idon dok ya dan baik cimpuli don biasa dan jadi balak pendek dia cimpuli buat tidak ya nanti pada banyak kemudian ada di hai tak di bawah nah yang lagi cakap macam lah tadi keseluruhan kaki nak serta kibit-kibit itu nak item bangsa macam.
A football match at Mausnapwir in West Khasi Hills turned tragic yesterday afternoon when lightning struck the ground, killing 2 young men and injuring 8 others. The incident occurred at around 3 p.m. while the match was underway and rain had begun to fall. The deceased were identified as Mixon Kshiar 18 and Cleverson Kshiar 19, both residents of Laurapha. The 8 injured persons were immediately rushed to Civil Hospital Nongstoin and St. Joseph Hospital for medical treatment. Police at Nongstoin are gathering further details and conducting an inquiry into the incident. Now for the regional news. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma yesterday addressed the media following the State Cabinet meeting outlining key decisions aimed at boosting infrastructure, rural development and employment opportunities. The Cabinet approved the Rs 2,100 crore Aerotropolis Satellite City project and priority works under the VBG Ramji, besides revising the CM Flight scheme. The decisions are aimed at accelerating development and creating new opportunities across the state. The Assam Rifles Pipe Band performed at the historic Kangla Fort as part of celebrations leading up to India's 80th Independence Day. The performance was organized at the Kangla West Gate of Imphal by 33 Assam Rifles to commemorate the national occasion and pay tribute to the region's contribution to the country's freedom struggle. Colonel Radha Krishna, commandant of 33 Assam Rifles, said Manipur had played a pivotal role in India's journey towards independence.
The band display is being organized by Assam Rifle today here at the historical Kangla West Gate of Imphal, Manipur, with an aim to commemorate the 80th Independence Day of the country. Manipur has played a pivotal role in achieving the independence of the country. To commemorate the same, because 13th is the day when the state will also be celebrating the Patriotic Day, and subsequently the Independence Day is there. We all today have got collected here to celebrate this event.
Let's now take a look at the national news. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the government is ready to discuss the students' protests over the NEET examination and answer all questions raised in Parliament. Speaking to reporters, Shah said the government had nothing to hide and urged the opposition to submit a notice for discussion. He said he would listen to members in the House and reply to the debate tomorrow. Shah also alleged that the opposition was preventing Parliament from functioning despite the government's readiness for discussion.
संसद भवन के अंदर विपक्ष संसद को चलने ही नहीं दे रहा है दोनों गृहों में, तो कोई जाकर क्या करेगा? जहां तक चर्चा का सवाल है, सरकार की ओर से किरण रिजिजू जी ने, जो हमारे पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर है, उन्होंने बहुत स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि जो नीट आंदोलन के छात्र प्रदर्शन पर सभी प्रकार की चर्चा करने के लिए सरकार तैयार है और चर्चा के लिए समय सुनिश्चित किया जाए और विपक्ष तैयार हो जाए। पहले तो ये यही मांग कर रहे थे, हमने हाँ बोल दिया। मेरी ओर से भी मैंने कह दिया है कि मैं किसी भी सवाल का जवाब देने के लिए संसद में तैयार हूं, मगर वो चर्चा ही नहीं होने देना चाहते। अब जनता तय करे कौन भाग रहा है। आज भी मैं कहता हूं, आज 3 बजे तक स्पीकर साहब को वो पत्र दे दे, 3 बजे से लेकर कल 3 बजे तक सभी प्रकार की चर्चा के लिए हम तैयार हैं। मैं सदन में ही बैठूंगा, सबको सुनूंगा और सब चीजों का जवाब दूंगा। सरकार के पास छुपाने के लिए कुछ नहीं है। वो भी चर्चा करूंगा कि आपने क्यों चर्चा नहीं चाहिए। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में सरकार, एनडीए की मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में सरकार हर चीज पर चर्चा के लिए तैयार है। संसद वो चलने दे बस।
On World Elephant Day, Union Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav reaffirmed India's commitment to protecting elephants and ensuring their coexistence with people. He highlighted India's 33 elephant reserves across 14 states, 150 scientifically validated elephant corridors, improved population monitoring, and measures to reduce human-elephant conflict. Yadav said protecting elephants also safeguards forests, biodiversity, and the country's ecological heritage, and urged citizens to help ensure elephants continue to move freely across India's forests.
भारत की परंपरा, भारत की संस्कृति और भारत के समाज में बायोडायवर्सिटी को लेकर, पर्यावरण को लेकर जो हमारा स्वाभाविक आग्रह है, और वही सफलता के अंदर छिपा हुआ है।
And here are the top international stories. The Embassy of India in Nepal and Nepali government bodies signed MOUs for the implementation of 8 development projects in the education, health and agricultural sectors under Indian grant assistance. Valued at around 803 million Nepali rupees, the projects under India's high-impact community development projects framework will be implemented through local government bodies across Nepal to support key priority sectors and local development. The death toll from a 7.4 magnitude earthquake that struck Western Colombia has crossed 200, with more than 3,000 people reported missing, according to local authorities. Search and rescue operations are underway as rescuers continue to search collapsed buildings for survivors. The cities of Cali, Pereira, Manizales and Quibdó were among the worst affected, with more than 100 buildings reportedly collapsing. authorities fear the death toll could rise further as many people remain trapped under the rubble.
Son 4 pisos y en este momento están buscando víctimas adentro. Ustedes pueden observar las personas abriendo huecos para ver si hay vida y removiendo escombros. El tráfico está totalmente colapsado, por lo que las autoridades le piden a las personas que si no tienen que salir en sus vehículos no lo hagan, porque hay mucha ambulancia moviéndose por la ciudad. Son cerca de 20 edificios los que están colapsados acá y algunas otras estructuras, viviendas más pequeñas.
And in sports, Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnanandha defeated Javokir Sindarov in the second round of the Sinquefield Cup in St. Louis, United States, securing his first victory in the tournament. Pragnanandha dominated the game and gradually pressed his advantage in the end game, eventually converting an initially drawn position into a win after 95 moves. With the victory, Pragnanandha moved to 1.5 points from 2 games in the penultimate event of the Grand Chess Tour. India continued its medal-winning run at the Commonwealth Fencing Championship, with Karan Singh and Sherjan Shantimol winning gold in men's sabre and épée. Tejas Patel secured bronze in foil. In the women's events, Tanishka Khatri won gold in épée, while Khushi Dabhade and Prachi Lohan took silver and bronze respectively. Akhari also won silver in women's sabre, with Shruti Joshi and Jafarlin claiming bronze. Let's now take a look at the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report for Tura. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius and relative humidity of 83% were recorded today. Also rainfall 8.2 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, 20 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature and 27 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature were recorded. The relative humidity is 78% and rainfall 2.8 millimeters. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 27 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 78% and rainfall 2.7 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely to occur at many places. Before winding up this news bulletin, here's a short recap. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma highlights government support for UPSC aspirants at Ascent 2026. Max launches intensified HIV/AIDS awareness campaign in Shillong. Assam Cabinet approves key measures for infrastructure and rural development. Amit Shah says government has nothing to hide, was ready for detailed parliament discussion on NEET students' protests. And that's all we have for you in today's news bulletin. Until tomorrow, thank you for watching.